that. I mean, I think there's balance, and I'll share that in a second too. But um, I'm going to give you my take, and believe me when I say I have heard or looked at nearly every possible angle and scenario of people's different theories, ideas. I've looked at all the videos. I know about Event 201. I know about Bill Gates. I'm well familiar with Mr. Gates and his agenda, and of course, the whole New World Order agenda. So I'm well aware of that, and I'm well aware of the vaccine issue. And so, what I'm saying is, there's nothing that, in those regards, that I'm not aware of. Um, but I'm going to tell you kind of what I think, because some people think that this is a total hoax. There's no virus at all, and it's just them. It's just a complete drill or exercise used to, either crash the world economy or throw us into, martial law permanently or whatever. But I'm just going to tell you again. I'm going to tell you what I think and what I feel in the spirit from the Lord, not just, because you can, like I said, you can chase many rabbits in this thing, and there's truth down some of those trails, and there's, and there's some disinformation down other trails. So personally, and I just keep, even today, I went to the church office and prayed for a while about all this and said, Lord, what is it? What is it you're saying? Because I don't want to, again, I don't want to put any fear in anybody. I don't want to blow it up beyond what it is, but I don't want to minimize anything. So, but what I've continued to feel through this whole thing is, I'm going to give you some things. And again, I'm not trying to argue with anybody. If you have a different theory on it, that's fine. We'll see what happens. I'm just going to tell you mine, because people have been asking me. So again, this is not to argue or for anybody to get upset if we don't agree, because I'm going to tell you a lot of stuff we don't know. But here's the way what I feel about it. I just keep feeling from the Lord. I keep feeling Him. I've felt that it is a real virus. It was manufactured in a bioweapons lab. I do believe that. I do believe that they released it for a number of reasons, but one that really hit me, and I know this is, again, somehow I was riding my truck today, and I'm scrolling through the radio stations and hit one of the NPR, one of the public radios. We know that means government radio. They were interviewing some doctor or whatever, some virologist, and anyway, he started going down and talking about how they were testing basically all these different people who had come down with the virus, and they were basically checking how the virus was acting in different people. And as it's a long story, but as I listened to it, the thing that hit me the hardest was that and this is something I feel like the Lord was speaking to me, that this is really a test run. And I was wondering why there this would be a test run, until I heard the NPR spot with the doctor, and I thought, they are actually letting a first release of this. Basically, they're letting it perfect it and work its different mutations out, and they're trying to figure out basically how to perfect it to do what they want it to do the next go around. I've said this many times. I'm not really worried as much about this coronavirus as I am what they're going to do next or in the days ahead. So, but what I keep feeling from the Lord, I just have this peace that this will blow over. This is not the total collapse of the economy yet. This is not full martial law yet, though they may do the quarantine. The rumors I'm hearing and the different sources coming to us from different places, is that they probably will do a quarantine for a week, 2 weeks, Again, I think that they're testing this this time. If this is a test on the deep state, New World Order, the satanic elite side of things. But remember this, and everybody needs to remember this, and for Christians out there, and this is a good verse for you. It's Romans 8:28. All things work together for good to those who love God and those who are called according to his purpose. So again, I think God, even though those who released this virus and started it, and it really ramped up the fear I mean, it's overblown the whole response. I think that it's just stupid. It's gone to stupid level on what the fear and the extreme measures that uh, people have gone through, basically over you know, a bad flu virus, right? At this point, the regular flu kills more people every year. So, um, again, the hysteria. I think that there's a lot of things being tested here. Like again, they want to perfect the vaccine, the virus, and it's get some different strains of the virus where to be more effective. I think also it's to push the vaccines, and the vaccines are far worse. And I'm gonna just say this: I'm as anti-vaccine as it comes. I will not take a vaccine. Not doing it. My family's not doing it. We're not doing it. So, and we'll get more to that, talking about the government in Romans 13 in a minute. But I do believe it's a real virus. I believe it was released by the whatever you want to call them, the New World Order, the Satanic Elite, the Global Elite, whatever they call themselves. I mean, um, this, I believe that was their plan. Bill Gates, Event 201, they have their reasons for releasing it. Um, y'all can not like me if you want to, but I still believe Trump is on the good side of this, trying to deal with it the best he can without making everyone believe that, or without trying to look like he's minimizing it. But again, even today when he came out with, uh, uh, there's medicine, there's a different, I think it was the malaria drug. I had to take it when I went to Africa. It didn't do a thing harmful to me, and that helps kill the virus or whatever. And again, I see that's him saying, let's do this that's working and not a dangerous. He even said this, taking something new that might kill you. So that was good. And again, some of you need to understand that even if I was president of the United States, I wouldn't handle this any differently, because you have to handle it. You have to handle it the best way you can, especially in an election year. You got to handle things in a balanced manner, even if you don't fully agree with what's going on. So, anyway, but again, let me. I guess it's been a long, strange week. That's all I can say, and just the spiritual attacks and all kind of stuff. It's just been rough. But um, I just want to say that I do believe it's a real virus. I do believe it's manufactured in a lab. I do believe this is going to blow over, maybe in a few weeks, maybe in a couple of months. But I do believe this will pass. That this is not it yet. This is a test run. It's a test run to see what they can get away with, how much we will panic, um, how much the media and the deep state and all these others, the Vatican and all these, how much they can manipulate and deceive us. Um, so my feeling the whole time, and I said, Lord, and this is why I waited. I know some of you might have like, why is he taking a while to talk about this? Because I'm just like, Lord, I want to be sure I'm not just minimizing this, but I've just really felt the whole time that, and those of you who know me and know our ministry, know that I'm all about Bible prophecy and end time prophecy, and I believe we're in the end times, and that we're close to the one world government and the mark of the beast and mandatory vaccines and all that stuff. I mean, I know we're getting close, which is why it's easy to say, "Oh, this is it. This is, this is the takedown. This is the, everything's going to change. They're going to take down the economy. They're going to, it's going to be total martial law from here on out." I just don't feel that's where we are yet. That it's just not quite time for this, and that I just believe this is a test run. It's going to blow over, um, and um, and we'll get back. Things will get back back to normal before they hit us again with something worse. And it won't. I think it's going to be multiple. When it really cuts loose, it's going to be multiple fronts, multiple things. I mean, it's going to. They figured out this will be a good thing to use to bring control. I think you're going to see war. You're going to see fake. This is something I believe. I believe there's going to be fake asteroid and meteor strikes, that they're going to use weapons, man-made weapons, to cause havoc and claim it was asteroids and stuff like that. And of course, those of us who know how God's creation really is, we know that that's not going to be happening. So anyway,